Good morning again, y'all. Thanks for joining us for 21 days to jumpstart your prayer life. I wanted to share something with you today out of the book of Luke, chapter 10, verses 41 and 42, and I'm going to read it in the Amplified version. It says this: "But the Lord replied to her by saying, 'Martha, Martha, you are anxious and troubled about many things. There is need of only one or but a few things. Mary has chosen the good portion, that which is to her advantage, and it will not be taken away from her.'" Now, if you've read this story before, you know that Mary and Martha were sisters, and Jesus was coming to their house for a visit. And when they found out he was coming, Martha went into the kitchen, began preparing a meal, doing all the things you would do to have a guest in your house. But when Jesus got there, Mary sat down at his feet. And when she was sitting at his feet listening to his words, it made Martha a little bit frustrated. And she began to call out, "Jesus, why won't you have her come and help me?" And that's when Jesus said, "You're worried about a lot of things, but there's only one thing that really matters right now. And that's something that is what the Amplified says is for your advantage." That is sitting at Jesus' feet and hearing his words. And so today I wanted to just talk real quickly about the advantage we have in life. The advantage is this: if we will take the time to sit at Jesus' feet, he will give us peace in every situation that we might be dealing with in our lives. And so there are things in this life that people will try to take from you. But the things that you get from Jesus, he said nobody can ever take. So if you're like me, there might be times in your life where it's more chaotic or hectic than other times. If you've got kids or family members, it's not always just peaceful. But if you will take time in the middle of whatever situation that you might be facing and just go sit at the feet of Jesus, there will be peace for you, there will be help for you, and there will be a word from Jesus for you to use for your situation. And so if you've ever had maybe a difficulty at work or maybe a fight with your husband or your wife or your kids, and you don't really know what to do, remember the words of Jesus today. He said, there is an advantage for you. And that advantage is, come to me, sit at my feet, and let me share some things with you. Also, one other thing I want you to see here is that there are two parts to prayer. The first part would be this: we talk to Jesus. We tell him what we want, what we desire. We tell him how we're feeling. And that's a good part of prayer. But we see here that there's another part of prayer, and that's when we let the Father God speak to us. And so when he's speaking to us, that means that we can't be doing all the talking. We have to quiet ourselves enough to really hear what he's saying. If you've ever had communication with somebody who is a good listener, you know how happy that can make you feel. But if you've ever had communication with somebody who you can tell is not listening, they're just waiting to tell you what they think about an issue, then you realize they're not really hearing what you're saying, and that makes you feel a whole nother way on the inside. But Jesus has called us. He said, come to me, sit at my feet, let me talk to you. It's going to be for your advantage, the things that I have to tell you. Don't be worried. Don't fret. Don't be thinking about everything else. Just take a few minutes to come to Jesus, get quiet, sit at his feet, listen to his words, knowing that what he speaks to you, you can hold on to. No one can ever take it away from you, and you will be able to hold on to it through every trial, every test. Today, as you pray, I want to encourage you to just take time not only to talk to the Lord, not only to tell him what you need and what your desires are, but let him tell you his words, what his desires are, what he has for you today. And I guarantee you it'll help you. Y'all have a good day.